It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. I've decided I've fed you all too much.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided if you listen at this time of the morning, you know that I like to give you treats.
Yeah, you're like a real mama grape. All right.
I like to give you scoops of ice cream in the form of audio.
All right, mama. What do you got for us next?
Well, guess what? Mama Grape's got 2 scoops. I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
All right.
What, in her pockets? For later?
Their mouth.
Yeah.
Left hand. Oh, there's strawberry, right?
Oh,
it's a rocky
mint chocolate chip.
We're going to be talking about bad pranks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mama Grape.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Here's the thing. A good prank is a good prank, but there's this prank that we used to do 20 years ago, Jeff, 25 years ago, that's like coming back around. And then there's Rachel Ray trying to kill Tony Bennett with a silly chair.
Yeah,
I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, have you seen that Rachel Ray on TV lately?
I
gotta tell you. It's, So, nevertheless, that prank you're talking about, you'll hear about it, but I was the king of this prank, and I used to pull it off constantly, and I did a damn good job of it, I think.
Was it better with Chinese restaurants?
Anything's better with a Chinese restaurant
It is
involved.
better with that. You know what?
Okay,
Right. We'll tell you what it is. Opening audio's next. It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show on your radio, and there's always a time to get silly. I love a good get silly. Jeff, when you're trying to get silly, I think that you should probably do it a little more creatively. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this too obtusely. Maybe I'm saying to myself, I'm better than that. But maybe I'm not. I don't know. That's what opening audio is. It's about being silly and pulling pranks.
Yeah, is it? Okay, yeah. Silly and pulling pranks. If you're going to do it. This is when this first came out, talking about the 3-way calling, you'll hear it. It was one of the great pranks. And now, all these old things come back. Now we're ruining it. I know.
And here's the thing. Like Jeff said, it's great when you do it with like a Chinese restaurant or like a Japanese restaurant, and they talk back and forth and yell at each other. And so like that was funny back in the day. But I got to tell you, this opening audio is a big disappointment.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
So, Pizza Hut, Domino's, I don't think about one of the great food rivalries.
No, isn't Domino's just came out with the commercial from their CEO that nobody likes their pizza and they had to like change the dough, or now they got the
They said
New
everyone
York style.
hated our stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone hates it.
What a marketing campaign, genius. Yeah.
Bet they're doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd even think it was funny if you maybe did something with the Shack-a-roni. Do a Shack-a-roni.
There
Order,
you go.
You know what I mean? Like even go, just, I don't know, do a Shack-a-roni. But here's what they did. Pizza Hut and Domino's. Just, I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, is it going to be a takeout or delivery tonight? Hello, this is Domino's. What's your zip code? Excuse me, I didn't quite get that. Could you repeat that for me, ma'am?
And by the way, before we go any further, apparently when you call Domino's now, they go to a national call center.
They do.
They do, right?
They do.
So now they ask for your zip code, so it's like you can't even call the store anymore.
Right, exactly. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Hello, this is Domino's Pizza. What's your zip code? Wait, is Domino's your first name, your last name? I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. We're Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza? You just called Pizza Hut. Are you, what am I supposed to do? You want a delivery from Pizza Hut for Domino's? What is this? No, I just received your phone call. I received your phone call.
Oh.
No, we didn't call you.
Oh.
I literally just got your phone call. What is this? Is this some kind of a joke or something? Who's playing with me? I don't get it. I don't know. I just received
You're going to hear some sillies in a minute.
Well, are you going to make an order or not? You're wasting my time. No, I won't.
Oh, man, are they silly?
Now,
are they silly?
Yeah, I got it. I didn't. The humor wasn't there. When I did it, we would line up Chinese restaurants together.
Oh, you got to,
and that's where the humor was.
You got to do it. You got to go. Now, here's interesting. if you do, let's say, a Chinese restaurant, and I used to do that, and like when I was in Queens, I did that, and like I would do like a Korean grocery store. And so they don't understand each other, but they're yelling. So, like, it's like, you got the Korean grocer who's just trying to, make his bones. And then you got the Chinese restaurant, who's like, take your order, please. And, unfortunately, they get into a spat and they're yelling at each other in their own native tongue. And you just are sitting there and you're dying.
It really gave you the giggles while you were there in Queens, huh? You real crank yanker. That really got you going in Queens.
That's a real calm puppet.
The king of Queens, huh?
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Well, you know what didn't get me going? Hurting Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett was an old man.
Oh, my grandpa loved Tony Bennett.
Yeah, so does everyone's grandparents.
Right. Yeah,
God rest their soul.
And he didn't make it.
He didn't make it, okay? Tony Bennett's a little chilly right now. And Tony went to visit Rachel Ray. Now, Rachel Ray thought it would be a real, a 1-2 skidoo to polish the floors for Tony's arrival. Now, tell me, was this an accident or was this a Rachel Ray prank?
The first time he came to my house, Tony Bennett ate 2 portions of ossobuco, and I almost killed him. I had polished the floors in the kitchen because Tony Bennett's coming to dinner. I have to make sure the floors are perfect and the house is clean and everything is just amazing. I might have gone a little overboard with the floors because when I pulled out the chair for Tony to sit down, the chair slid out from under him and he hit his head on my marble counter behind him.
Your marble
and
counter.
He fell to the floor and I thought I killed Tony Bennett. I thought I killed him.
Okay.
A couple of questions here.
Yeah.
Why the hell is Tony Bennett at Rachel Ray's house?
Eating ossobuco.
Eating ossobuco. Second, this is the woman
Yeah.
who's infamous for making 30-minute meals that you can put together as a single mom when you get home from a busy day.
Right.
Now
and
she's
Tony
over here.
Bennett's top of the pops when
Yes.
it comes to the Italian delicious food scene.
Tony Bennett's top of the pops, period. Why is he wasting his time going over to Rachel Ray? At what point do they connect that he's going there?
Well,
what an odd combo.
Well, okay, all right. So he died in 2023.
Right, last year.
He was almost 100.
Where do they intersect?
Here's the thing. In his 90s. They intersected in his 90s.
What?
The crooner, he was, he's getting old. Listen, his contemporaries, the Henry Mancini's, Fred Astaire's, Frank Sinatra, Stan Getz, Count Basie, they were all dead.
Yeah.
He was looking for a contemporary, and he thought to himself, what the heck, I'm 96. But then you put him on a marble floor, and he tumbles.
Why does he want to hang with her? Go hang with Josh Groban.
Groban?
Anybody? I don't
Well, he
care.
was in World War II. I don't know if you want to go through a Groban. If you survive World War II,
right.
All right, do you really want to then go to a Groban dinner party?
I'm just saying, I don't see the connection between the two. Okay,
What? Rachel Ray and
she makes a souped up hamburger helper, and he's over there, bashing his head on her marble counter.
Listen, no offense. Tony, towards the end of his life, he did some Lady Gaga stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was doing I Left My Heart in San Francisco with, he did the Great American Songbook, which how many people have done that with Lady Gaga? I got to be honest with you. I think he wasn't quite all there. And then I think he takes a tumble. And Rachel Ray goes, I think I killed Tony. Yeah. Tony didn't wake up for 6 minutes.
Oh, boy. Tony was on the quaaludes.
Tony was on the Cosby.
The thoughts, opinions, and things said on this show, we've chalked up to just a part of their journey. Here's to hoping some good music, and the next thing they talk about is a little better. More music and Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
Rizzo and Jeff Show. Here's the situation. If you would like to marry a beautiful lady, or you're a beautiful lady and you'd like to marry a swell fella, make sure he doesn't live in the basement.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're going to marry, basement living is not cohesive.
I don't want to hear it.
Copacetic.
Look, we'll talk about it. And this things worked out,
swimmingly.
Yeah, for this couple. But look, if you're living in a basement, it might not be time to tie the knot.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, call me crazy. I would rather live in a van down by the river because at least you have a van. You got some outside, you could barbecue. Living in a basement is just not the way to go. But then this guy, he gets lucky. It's like maybe we're living life wrong.
You like living in a van because you can barbecue?
Yeah, why not?
That's it?
You could live in a van.
That's the selling point for van life?
Listen. Do you remember the Seinfeld episode with Mr. Costanza?
Yeah.
Think of that comfy van.
I get it.
Living in there, you can do anything you want in there, and then come out.
Van, and you come out.
Marriage is sacred. And if you want to live in a conversion van and cook out on the lawn, that's on you. But never get married if you live in someone's basement. Now, it turned out good for this guy, but this was just pure dumb luck.
Yeah, I think that, how
do you feel about proposal when you're in a basement?
If you're in a basement, let's pump the brakes here, okay? Because if you're not prepared to, have a house, barely have an apartment, why are you going ahead and going through, with the marriage? You're not ready to do it. And when the real issues hit, when you actually get to a place and then real finances start to hit and then arguments happen over the see, now it's not a problem because you're in dad's basement. But when you're at a dad's basement, it becomes an issue.
Well, see, and here's the thing. I said to baby hams, I said, listen, we're not getting married until I become the next Ryan Seacrest.
Right. Well,
right? So
she better start looking for somebody else. But, it's just is what it is.
Hey, but at least I know where my limitations are. Right. Like, if I lived in a basement, probably wouldn't be the, most ideal time to commit to, a wife and a kid.
Look,
now,
at some point, I get the whole we love each other and we'll battle through anything. At some point, if we're living in the damn basement,
it's time. Battle's over. War lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're dead.
You're a loser.
Now, here's the thing. This, and this is, of course, life. And for every single one of you driving to work right now, I want you to think about this. You are working your tail off.
Oh, yeah.
All right? You come home without a tushy. That's how much you work.
Right. You've been detushed.
You've been detushed. And then you have this guy who lives in his dad's basement. He's 23. He's like, I'm going to get married, and this happens.
I hate him.
What are some gifts
I do
that
too.
gave you guys for your wedding?
We got towels,
like a knife set,
a personalized cutting.
By the way, make sure you listen to the newscaster voice. I call this wacky radio / news guy voice. He's going to talk like this.
Imagine if this guy talked to you like this. You'd be like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like if you're out of the supermarket and he comes up to you and you'd be like, what happened? Gold
board.
And then there was the gift that led to this.
He said, this is it.
Does he sound like Pee Wee Herman?
He sounds like a little something.
Yeah.
But you'll hear what happened to this kid. Take a listen.
Aaron and Kiana Andrews aren't just newlyweds. They're lottery-winning newlyweds.
He was driving past the store, and the store actually put up the sign that we sold a winner prior to him checking his ticket.
So Dad checked his recently purchased ticket and found out he won, opting to give the winning cash for life ticket to his son. The ticket allowed the young couple to choose between what the Virginia lottery says is $1,000 every week for life or a lump sum of $1 million. They opted for the cash. Their plan is to move out of their home in Springfield and move in with Aaron's dad in Triangle. They'd hoped to stay for a while and save some money. Now, though, it sounds like Pops may have other plans.
He was like, yeah, I'm actually really, I'm low-key giving it to them so they can get out of the basement.
Okay. You can't low-key give them a half or a quarter of that after taxes.
Yeah,
what do you got, seven?
No, not on a lottery win. It's 30%. Close. Okay, so then 650, 700 grand. Here's the thing.
Give them a couple $100,000.
Here's the thing. No. I would take it's $50,000 a year for life, aka you worry not.
$1,000 a week. It's $1,000 a week.
Yeah, that's $50,000 a year. You worry not, or $52,000 a year. You worry not about a bill. So you could actually like go work, like part time, have your bills or your rent or whatever it is paid. I'd take it because you're allowed to will it one generation. So when you die, because I have a friend, no lies, his name's Jim McKeith. He won that on his 18th birthday, and he passed, and he actually gave it to his son.
Really?
So it's actually like you live 40 years. That's $2-3 million bucks. They got hosed here, and of course, this is why he lives in a basement.
Well, they talked to a financial advisor, so that's what they said.
The financial advisor. Do you want 800 G's right now, or do you want whatever? Do you want to?
Well, when you're that young, and I get it. So everybody says, well,
Johnny's a little impatient today. By the way, Johnny,
tomorrow's not promised. Well, I'm in my 20s, so if I can't live another 30 years, forget it. It's.
I mean, think about that. That's 100% true. Johnny, a little impatient today. What's up, man?
What's going on, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm leaving home early to get to work early, man. I'm a work horse.
You're plowing through, huh?
Yeah, I'm like you boys, love going in. Now listen, let me school y'all on the basement magic there, okay?
All right.
So here's the deal. So if you're living... First of all, number one, girls, if you're listening to Johnny, steer away from the basement magic. And boys, that just ain't no good for nobody. So here's the deal. So, they're probably down yonder in the basement hoping somebody come along where they can go out to the grocery store while they're playing their video games down there, get them some ding-dongs and some Coke. Now, here's the other thing. So, to make their money... I guarantee you they're probably a life coach, okay? They ain't got to go nowhere. They're a life coach. Now, the other thing is they're waiting on the Hamburglar to show up. They got that darn conveyor belt going on down there.
Yeah.
So, girls, listen, girls, it don't matter what they – if you live in the basement down yonder in Mom and Daddy's home at 20, 30, even 40 years old, something freaky going on, okay? They ain't got they just ain't got it, okay, boys?
Well, don't you hate that? And the dad wins the lottery, wins $1 million, and gives them the $1 million winnings. Would you do that?
Man, no way. I'm going on a cruise. Are you
He's taking the queen. Come on, man.
That's right.
He's taking the queen.
Man, I might take the kids to Disney World, and that's about it.
Right. Well, you take them there, that $1 million will be gone, pal. That's about what it costs.
You'll get a Goofy burger for $1 million.
Forget it.
Yeah, but at least they ain't laying up in the basement sucking on me, sucking me dry.
Sucking on you and sucking you dry. All right, Johnny.
Well, we don't want you to be sucked on. You get to work now, okay? And thank you for thanks for the help.
Did you get my text?
Yes, we saw your text.
We saw your text. It looks
he wants money talks at 6:50 on the button. He says
on the button. All right, you know what? On the button it is. How's that on the button?
Woo!
No, all right, nature boy.
All right, nature boy, get that out of here. We'll be right back at Rizzo and Jeff. What the heck is happening here?
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
If your doctor tells you you're gonna die, you might want to get a new one. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show, 647. Jeff, your doctor says you're going to die. What's going on with you? How you feeling about it?
Well, listen, if you tell me I'm going to die for a legitimate reason, then I start making all the plans, okay? And it's fine. I'm going down. Maybe I get a second opinion. And if second opinion says no, then it's sayonara, Pop. It's over.
What if I gave you a lobe look and I said you're dead?
You took a look at my earlobes and said I won't make it?
Yeah.
Oh. Then I'd think you're Kevorkian. Okay.
Trying to juice you. Trying to get you to take the cocktail.
All right.
Well, this is what happened to this poor lady. She's gone viral, and it's made news all over the world, but it's true. I mean, is there any truth to this? Has anyone ever heard of this?
So I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and she was checking everything out, and she was like, oh, your ears are really small. You don't have a long life expectancy. And I was like, I beg your pardon? She was like, yeah, you don't look like you have a long life expectancy. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? And she was like, no, don't worry, you can always make your ears grow. And I was like, well, how do I make my ears grow? And she was like, well, I'll explain to you in a second. We never did cover that.
Okay, good. Well, how about this? Say, hey, before we go, how do I cover? And where is the correlation between ears and life expectancy?
I don't know. I'm looking at this girl, and I mean, is she Timmy Tiny ears?
No, I mean, what's her deal?
No, I don't think that her ears are they fit her head. I'm looking at it. She looks fine. She's got earbuds in.
Does she look like she's going to die?
No, she's gorgeous. She looks like she's got a lot of life to live, but obviously not. And now, some people, when the doctor says this, it's in your head. Every time you look at your ears now,
I know.
You're going to think, when's the bus coming to hit me?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what? And maybe I'm wrong, all right? But 828-240-1059, is there any correlation between those rumors, like, with big feet, big hands, big mittens, big socks, small ears, you're going to die.
This came from a 1995 British medical journal, okay, that found that ear size tends to increase with age, with an average growth of 0.22 millimeters per year in men over 30. And
she doesn't have old man ears, so she's going to die?
She does not have old ears, no.
Old ears?
But, for men, I guess the ears grow in men more than women.
You know what? It's funny. Now that I think about it, look, I'm looking at Tony Bennett. We were talking about him earlier in the show. Tony Bennett
got a couple of cones on
he had
satellite dishes on the side of his head.
Lobes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, think Wilford Brimley. Lobes.
Really? Well, and the size of his head.
You just
he had
could
oatmeal
see
ears.
Yeah.
You did a lot of that oatmeal, those oats. Those steel oats. Brimley's got the big ears, right?
They keep your ears growing, those oats.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. It's like watching a car drive down the wrong side of the road. You can't look away. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The J&N coming your way, but first, Grandma Emma's got something to say about men's ears. What's up, Grandma Emma?
Yeah, men are cursed with their ears getting bigger as they get older, but women are cursed with the bye-bye arms and turkey necks.
So let me ask you, you got a choice between Brimley oat ears and a gobbledygooker neck. What are you taking?
Oh, my gosh. Well, it doesn't matter. We're predestined anyway.
Well, I mean, do the earlobes matter, though? Like, this doctor's like, hey, 20-something-year-old chick, you're going to die because you have tiny ears, I mean, women's ears don't grow. I don't see women lobes, do you?
No, but I tell you what's going to happen. All these young people who are gauging their ears and putting these huge earrings in their ears,
Yeah, big holes.
Imagine in 50 years what their ears are going to look like.
Oh, my God, they're going to look like russets.
Yeah, they're going to hang down to their feet. Yeah,
they will. You know what, Grandma Emma? We got to get to the J&N, but thank you for your looking on those ears. I appreciate you this morning, okay?
Right. Okay, good morning. Bye.
All right, have a great one. Listen, we appreciate it. Earlobes.
Yeah.
What can I say?
What a deep adult convo we're having this morning. Yeah.
It's time for the J&N, brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems. Tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to visit your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
This was a bit of a rumor, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and now it's starting to really gain some steam. A new report indicates that Kim Kardashian is eyed as the eventual replacement for Vanna White at Wheel of Fortune, where, she's been...
We called that, by the way.
She's been since 1982, okay?
Oh, that's a lot of time.
It's starting to leak out now that Sajak and Vanna White are really having trouble with the chemistry. I actually saw they did some big event, like on a boardwalk with a Wheel of Fortune.
Wait, you mean Ryan Seacrest and Vanna?
Ryan and Vanna. So, and you saw them together, and they were getting hyped about, the season starting, and it was just, it felt very, very forced.
Were they doing woot-woots?
They were doing nothing. It was just awkward. He gave you the company line, or, this is the greatest experience of my life, So they're saying that Ryan, I don't know why he wants to do this, wants to make the show younger and sexier. What's so sexy
about Wheel of Fortune?
A wheel and picking letters.
Sexy?
Yeah, so...
he wants big sexy?
Yeah, so that's the talk. So they're saying that it's something that she might really seriously consider, Kim Kardashian, to come on and do this.
Yeah.
So,
Glad she got that law degree.
Yeah, so look, we're going to see how that happens, and she just walks back and forth, and
big sexy.
I guess.
Big sexy at 7:30.
Sexy, yeah.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so there is talk, and the rumors are going all around, that and now both camps are saying this is not the case, but this was leaked. That coming up on September 28th, there was going to be a statement put out, okay, that the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift relationship is over.
Oh, I knew it.
Okay.
But the NFL won't allow it.
And leaked online was this contract, I guess, that was going to be put out, and like a statement that was going to be all put together from their legal teams. And it was just a basic breakup, kind of contract is what they were calling it, basically saying, give them their privacy at this time. They both said yada, yada, yada. They decided to part ways after careful consideration. They both value and respect each other's personal lives, appreciate your respect for privacy during this time. So they're saying that it was leaked out, and it was all over Reddit from a company called Full Scope, which is a PR firm. And people were, chasing the paper trail on it, and then of course they come out. They're saying no, this is fake, but it literally looks like that a contract was leaked. There's bullet points. It's like 4 pages of like a breakup contract.
The NFL, I promise you, is going to pay them like $40 million apiece to just stay together for the season. I'm telling you. Patty Mahomes yesterday. We played the audio. Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I love it. T Swift's drawing up plays, but here's the thing. That's too much.
Yeah.
It's time for her to go. Hey, listen, she got to ride the party pony, but she wants to settle down. She wants to be a mama.
Well, they like it how the younger female generation was watching it because she was there. I'm not sure how much that carries through now that the relationship has been going on for a while. It was new. It was new, hot, cool then.
Yeah,
and now you're in the doldrums of the relationship, and people are like, oh, okay, all right.
I'm kind of done. You know what I mean?
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
And finally, are you getting political text messages that are coming your way from whoever it may be?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Trump. And right. Okay. Well, there's a couple of ways that you can actually stop that. And if you have an iPhone, there's a certain way that you could do it. Now, generally, you can reply back, stop, or, report spam, whatever it may be. But on the iPhone, if you open your settings and tap messages and then you scroll down, you can toggle the filter where it says, filter out unknown senders. To the on position. So that's on there. So any unknown senders, people you don't know, you will not receive those text messages. So if they're not in your contact list, You're not going to get them. So
but what if you make a new friend?
Yeah.
What if it's somebody from work? What if somebody needs you? What if you know?
First off, I haven't made a new friend in 15 years.
That's true.
Let's start.
That's true.
Okay. And second, if it's anybody from work,
I can't toggle.
If it's anybody from work, you know.
I can't toggle, Jeff. I can't toggle. I can't do the toggle. I can't do it. I can't toggle. I can't toggle people out of my life.
Go ahead, Rizzo.
I can't do it.
Toggle.
I'm not toggling.
Let me hear you say it.
I can't toggle.
I'm going to toggle.
I can't toggle. It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And we're going to do this a little bit differently. For those of you who keep up with the goings-on of local and state and national politics, there is a gentleman who I think we met, if I'm not mistaken, when we did our videos from the Trump rally, by the name of Mark Robinson. Now, Mark Robinson, for those of you who don't know, is a lieutenant governor. There is a lieutenant governor, quote-unquote, alleged issue. So I want to play for you the news story. And then if we have time, maybe we'll come back. There was a song written about it. So here's the news story about gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson.
Candidate for governor Mark Robinson is under scrutiny today. A Greensboro man claims that 20 years ago, he sold explicit videos to Robinson from an adult store in the Guilford County area.
A man named Louis Money says he worked at a couple of adult film stores in the 1990s and early 2000s, and that Mark Robinson was a regular customer. Money, the Greensboro man, says he worked at a couple of places that sold such material, Gents Video and News and I-40 Video and News.
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And, we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
Oh, thanks a lot, Money. So let me get this straight. Gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson, hold on.
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And, we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
Now, mind you, him and his camp totally deny this.
Yeah,
okay?
They've denied that.
Right.
However, there is a picture of Money and this guy at a Planet Fitness in 2022. So that's what he's saying. Money
now
is proof of their relationship. Now, what they're saying is that Mark here, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, he was a big adult film consumer and distributor.
Well, and the thing is that he says that Lieutenant Governor owes him money because he used to bootleg him movies. I mean, what is he bootlegging? Debbie does Greensboro. What's he bootlegging here? So he says he
Charlene does Charlotte.
Right. So he's bootlegging movies for. I mean, you got to be horned
Gilda
up.
does Greensboro.
You got to be horned up, okay? If somebody is bootlegging you adult movies just so you could have them and to go a couple times a week, and number two. Why? I worked in one of these places.
Yeah, this is why we're doing this.
How disgusting is it that you're going to come in and preview movies and then we're going to share a little pizza pie? I don't want you to do
I don't
that.
know. See, this is what I think. So it's like, do you buy it? Because again, your response to this is
way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
So he would come in and watch movies with you, and then you guys would eat from the same pizza pie. Is that what you and the lieutenant governor doing?
Okay, hold on. What do you? I've never heard of it. We didn't do this at my store. What are you previewing? You look at the back. You read what it is.
Oh no, I think they watched.
So you throw
allegedly they watched allegedly.
And then, okay, so you're watching it together, eating
pizza
a pepperoni pizza pie, and then you're having conversations about the movie.
Look. How about this? He wrote a song about it.
The guy that worked at the store.
The guy that worked at the store. Money wrote a song. How about this? We got some Queen. Let's play for you the song Money wrote
about Mark Robinson.
About Mark Robinson and his adult video pizza party.
And how Mark Robinson owes him money for bootlegging adult films.
Right, that's next. Come on, man. It's 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock. If you are just tuning in, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, running for governor, was alleged to have been part of a pizza party adult film, I guess, what would it be, a bootlegging thing?
Yeah, well,
with a guy named Money.
Okay, let's just lay it out there. Mark Robinson supposedly enjoyed going to an adult video store, several of them, several times a week.
Yeah.
To the point where he got so comfortable that when he would go to preview the movies that he would possibly like to purchase,
AKA watch them with the owner.
So he would watch them with the owner, and he would bring a piping hot, delicious pizza pie that they would share and go over the movies with together, right? So at the end of the day, I guess he would also this guy would bootleg these movies for him, and he
would give him a cut.
And the Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Robinson, did not pay him. He owes him $25 that he just can't seem to get over.
Here's the thing. It's been a long time, allegedly, that the campaign denies this. Why in the world, he's been the lieutenant governor for a while. The guy can't hit him up. He saw him at Planet Fitness at 22. Asked him for what? 200 fazools? I don't know. Here's the song, though. He put a song out, and this is what went viral. So now the North Carolina gubernatorial candidate, I believe, for the Republican Party, Mark Robinson, is the subject of a song.
And do you know who was here yesterday in town? The governor was here, Roy Cooper.
We should have asked him.
I wish I knew. I would hit up Coop and asked them.
See? Stuff comes out too late.
Hey, Lieutenant Governor, I'm so proud of you. You're the first black man to hold that title. You might not remember that I sure as heck do. Back in the days before the online view. Hey, Mr. Robinson,
mail me a check. Okay.
Remember the bootlegs I get asked all the time. I ain't said nothing, but now it's time.
So now he's threatening to release the kinds of movies when he was happy, when he was
way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
So he loved the pizza. But now he wants a check. You buying this?
What do you think the lieutenant governor was bringing in? What pizza? What do you think?
Oh, have you seen them? All meats.
Meat lovers.
Meat lovers.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Glad we're on the same page.
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059, and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff show soon on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. 7:35. Jeff, time to eat some camel, and for those of you who can hear us over in Tennessee, down your neck of the woods, about 40 minutes away or so, we have one of the most infamous of the 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Yeah, you know that show on A&E, 1,000-Pound Sisters? I think the one lost a bunch of weight, right? And,
here's the problem.
How'd that work out there?
Well, she's eating camels.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's the problem. She had kids. She got divorced. Got on the methamphetamines, and then she started eating camels.
All right, let me ask you.
Live camels.
First, you mountain lion, before you went and attacked this camel. One, do people eat camel meat? That I don't know that.
Oh yeah, we have camel recipes.
Oh, do we? Okay,
yeah, we do.
All right.
Yeah, we do.
So the 1,000-Pound Sisters, and I saw this, and wait till you hear. Okay, with this prehistoric animal.
This mastodon.
What was this, like a safari?
Yes,
right?
Well, here's the thing. For those of you who don't know who these women are, do yourself a favor and Google 1,000-Pound Sisters.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Tammy.
And we're the Slade Sisters. You're supposed to do it with me.
Shut up.
Between the two of us, me and Tammy probably weigh at least 1,000 pounds.
Oh.
So we decided that we're going to have weight loss surgery.
Mom, we're doing the bariatric surgery.
I don't think you make it. I think you'll chicken out.
In order to get approved for surgery, we need to lose a lot of weight.
What about Big Daddy? That has to go. Oh, my!
Big Daddy's a link of sausage.
We both get grumpy if we don't eat.
I don't want to live off freaking salads like y'all want me to.
So
you
then,
don't want to live off salads.
No,
okay.
so she decided to go and get herself an exotic Middle Eastern-inspired camel at a Tennessee safari park. Now, what happened was she walked by the camel, and I guess the camel gave her the stink eye. And she went over, and she just started to try to eat it. And, I said to myself, there's got to be some reason she tried to eat this camel.
Nobody just goes out of their way and tries to bite and eat a camel.
Well,
First, you don't bite it.
You can eat camel, not the hump.
Okay.
All right, but you could, like, for example, how about a camel in mint yogurt marinade? Maybe she brought some yogurt, some mint, right? She took a bite out of the camel.
So she carries around marinade in case a camel crosses her path? Is that what you're telling me?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be. Again, she could also have made some North African camel meatball. So what she could have done is she could have bitten off a chunk, put it in her pocket, went home, made some, exotic camel meatballs with a pound of ground camel meat with cubed day-old farm white bread, a cup of milk, a beaten egg, a tablespoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of paprika. Or, of course, she could have just wanted to eat camel. Either or, perhaps the methamphetamine was clouding her judgment. But I got to tell you, the safari park, she was arrested on site in Tennessee, and this, Crockett County's going after her hard.
Listen, I've seen a lot of people on the methamphetamines. I've watched enough Cops and Cops Reloaded.
Yeah.
And at no point have I seen anybody on meth go to a safari and look for lunch. Because that's
well,
what it
have
sounds
you
like.
seen this girl?
Yeah, I've seen her.
All right,
she's
so
hard to miss.
If there is somebody who's going to a safari for lunch, right?
Yeah, okay.
Do you see it?
But is this so? Do people eat camel? Is my question to you.
The answer is a resounding yes. Camel is a delicacy in the Middle East. Like I said, I just said to you, camel in mint yogurt and marinade. I bet you she's got marinade. What you do is you put the meat marinated in natural yogurt, cook it on high heat with a little bit of cast iron skillet on some cumin.
All right. So are there people out there that really eat ridiculous gamey meats like that? I don't think there's a lot of people
Are
that
you
do
talking
that.
about here?
Yeah, here.
We're a foodie town. Is there a restaurant in town that serves camel?
Yeah, or just like some extreme gamey meats, like weird things that you have
grouse.
Eaten. Yeah, I've heard the grouse. Johnny goes with the grouse.
Johnny eats ruffled grouse. Yeah, that's true. All right, listen, 828-240-1059. I'd love to hear if you would munch a camel and or have munched gamey meat. Know. Listen, it could have been a platypus. They have platypus. They have platypus cake.
Oh, platypus cake. They have
platypus.
An open-faced platypus sandwich. Is that what we're having?
GourmetDeconstructed.com, brother. Get yourself a platypus cake with some camel balls.
I'm on it. I can't wait.
The thoughts, opinions, and things said on this show, we've chalked up to just a part of their journey. Here's to hoping some good music, and the next thing they talk about is a little better. More music and Rizzo and Jeff show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. Jeff, we're talking about 1,000-pound sister who's eating a camel.
Yeah, I would like to say that I am surprised to know that while at a safari, that one of the 1,000-pound sisters decided that she wanted to munch down on a live camel.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I was surprised, but actually not.
Yeah, definitely not. But you know what? Who knows? Maybe a crocodile, a good food. Crocodilians.
Look, she goes to a safari. She's at a buffet.
Yeah, she's at a buffet. Yeah. So we got Arnold on the phone. Arnie, good morning. You a fan of the gamey meats, camels? Where you at? You like gamey meats?
Gamey meat. I've eaten ostrich, emu, rattlesnake, elk, bison. They sell bison burgers and stuff in Hendersonville at a certain restaurant.
Really? So
Well,
of all the
bison's lean.
So good.
Yeah, I get the bison.
Okay.
My dog will get that, like beef and bison. I know bison's lean.
Oh, so let me ask you, what about the emu? Emus, I heard they're kind of nasty. It's like you know what I mean? Like they're mean.
They're mean as hell, but they're gamey. I mean, they're little stringy meat. They make a good steak and they make a good stew.
All right.
Really?
All right. The best of the gamey meats. If we're going gamey meat, and you say this cooks up the best, what is it?
Elk.
Okay.
Really?
Elk.
Would
It's
you
very, very, very tender. You can cut it with. You can cut an elk steak with a fork.
Wow. Let me ask you something. Would you take a bite out of a camel?
Yeah, I might as well. I've eaten rattlesnake.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Why stop at rattlesnake?
Why stop at rattlesnake? Yeah. That's awesome. Do me a favor. Hang on for just 1 second. It is the Rizzo and Jeff show. Listen, gamey meats. 828-240-1059. And also, we have some pretty interesting stuff coming your way, including if you live in South Carolina, your life is on the line. There is a manhunt underway. And, Jeff, you might die if you do not help the police.
Yeah, you got to help the cops. So your last meal could be melt in your mouth elk.
Yes.
All right, in South Carolina, get some of that. Wait do you hear? There is a villain, a hooligan on the loose.
It's the Pretenders, 105.9. It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. We have Keith on the phone. Keith wanted to weigh in on gamey meats because if you're just tuning in, we're talking about one of the 1,000-pound sisters. She took a bite out of a camel. We were wondering, if anyone out there eats gamey meats, Jeff.
Yeah, well, Keith seems like he does. So.
Keith, what do you got, gamey meats?
I love gamey meats. Being raised in the swamps of Florida, I've eaten just about everything. Gator tail, turtles, rabbits, squirrels.
Really?
Deer, wild hogs. Love gamey meat.
What about camels?
Never had any camel, but I heard camel toe's pretty good if you prepare it right.
Camel toe, you said?
Like in an actual, with
their feet.
Really?
Get the hell out of here! I am not eating camel feet. Are you crazy?
Keith, what are you doing in Florida?
Camel tongue's comparable to beef tongue.
Keith,
who eats beef tongue, Keith?
Keith, are you a Neanderthal? I mean, this is
no, but I was raised by one.
Oh, my God.
It seems to
Keith,
be.
Keith, we love you, but I got to tell you, this is scaring me, Keith.
Yeah.
That's good. It's healthier. It's cheaper. You ain't got to buy all these store-bought meats.
You're right. Just get a tongue and cut it out.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
All right. That's smart. Keith, we appreciate your call, man. As always, thank you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It is the Rizzo and Jeff show here in 105. What's wrong with you people, man?
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, we're kind of 50-50 on it, but it's still good for these guys. And the show is free, so what did you expect? More of the Rizzo and Jeff show next.
It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's classic rock. Time for the JNN, and the JNN brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com. That's traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN. No longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
We've been talking about animals and mammals a lot lately, and a beluga whale that was suspected to be used as a Russian intelligence gathering tool.
I mean, whales are smart, I guess, right?
Has been found dead. Okay. All right. The beluga whale was found after it was spotted floating off the Norwegian coast. They would track the whale's movements, but this was a Russian spy whale. Do you think?
Oh.
You think Putin had it with the whale and said something's going wrong with the whale here? We're going to find it, track it, and wipe out the whale.
You think Putin wiped out the whale? You think the whale knew too much? Was it the whale who knew too much?
Putin wiped out the whale.
Putin wiped out the whale.
Yeah.
Him and Seagal. It was Seagal. He called Seagal.
He sent Seagal to the ocean.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, I posted this up on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page. A restaurant in North Carolina has put a dress code on their front door, okay? And it's catching a lot of heat. It's Kim's Cafe. And they say that you cannot wear shorts, crop tops, T-straps, leggings, short skirts. You can't show any cleavage. That's just some of the dress code to enter their soul food restaurant. And now this post has gained more than 4,000 comments and over 700 shares when it comes to this. So, I posted up there. What do you think? Would you go to this restaurant? Would you not? I get that, you can put whatever you want. It's your restaurant. But at some point, you're pretty much stopping generally what most people wear all summer long and in the nice weather, right?
Well, and you know what's crazy about this? I mean, this particular dress up, I mean, they actually, there was a news report about it, and there was a lawyer, and he said, listen, there's really nothing illegal about this.
And the answer to that is absolutely. A business owner can refuse service or refuse to allow patrons into their business for any reason at all that they define, as long as it's not discriminatory.
So it is what it is. I guess you could do it. I mean, we can open up a business and say, unless you wear like a nunnery outfit, you can't come in.
I'm going in naked, and then we'll see what they didn't say that.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
And in the same vein of restaurants, a new trend in the U.S., Rizzo, I don't know if you do this, solo dining is the new trend. It's rising. So, individuals,
no way.
Individuals want that solitude and that self-care. Would you go to a restaurant like Ruth Chris and sit by yourself?
No, I would not.
Right?
No, I wouldn't. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It's the new thing. The new hot thing in the U.S. is going and sitting down and eating by yourself.
Good.
So.
Let it be new and hot. Okay. I'll just I'll McDonald's myself.
You go to Yao, the Chinese buffet. You're gonna eat alone?
Well,
I've seen there was a couple of guys.
I do go to Panda alone.
There was a guy alone in that buffet, and let me tell you. He needs to be alone.
You think so?
Nuts. How many
was
plates,
he a camel eater?
How many plates, man? How many plates?
Just so many plates. 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And we need you to call your relatives. We need you to stay away from South Carolina, at least until this is figured out, Jeff. We have the criminal of the week, the sheriff, the state investigators. They're looking for this man, and it led the news.
Yeah, led the news. He is on the loose. The manhunt is on for this man. Look, they have, like you said, led the news. This is a big story. He is the criminal of the week. He's the most
This
wanted.
might be the crime of the century. This is not an exaggeration, guys. I need you to, the fact that it led the news, not a lot of crimes lead the news.
He's the most wanted this week in South Carolina.
The entire state.
Take a listen.
All right.
The Cherokee County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a suspect wanted for shoplifting.
Fox Carolina's photojournalist Mindy Cecil sat down with the Sheriff's Office for more on this case.
All right, Sheriff. Who's this week's most wanted?
This week's most wanted hooligan out of Cherokee County is Clifton Lee Blankenship. He's 49 years of age, and back on July the 27th, he went into a Dollar General store located at 1338 West Cherokee Street in Blacksburg, and he pulled off a shoplifting event where he used the switcharoo method. He took a cheap bottle of laundry.
Now, hold on. We got to back this up. This is important. We need to kind of restart this. You need to kind of know where things are going here. So let's just, he used a very special method, and let's just get back to the sheriff. Sorry.
Where he used the switcharoo method. He took a cheap bottle of laundry detergent and emptied it out on the shelves in the store and filled the bottle back up with a more expensive liquid laundry detergent, then went to the cash register and made his purchase based off the cheap brand. So he is on the run, and we need the public's help to get him in custody to face his charge of shoplifting less than $2,000.
All right, so he did the switcheroo method, and he is the most wanted criminal in the entire state. Forget the people who are murdering, pillaging, destroying things, holding banks up. No, this guy did a dollar store switcheroo.
A Dollar General.
Dollar General switcheroo. A Dollar General switcheroo. So what he did was he went and he found that gain, and he put it in the Dollar General brand, and he poured the
Clover Valley.
Clover Valley, thank you. And he poured Clover Valley all over the shelves, and he got gain for the price of Clover Valley.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night.
How could this be?
This is the kind of stuff that children, this is what makes you scared to leave your children at school, Jeff.
We need the public's help.
We do.
And the public is not going to stand for something like this.
No.
And we want you to take time off work, and we want to use lots of police resources to make sure that a crime like this, the switcheroo crime, it's like a RICO charge with the mafia, but it's just called the switcheroo, goes down. And this guy's going to go down hard, and this is going to be a rough one for him. Do not pull, folks, the switcheroo.
Yeah,
or things like this could happen in South Carolina.
I mean, when you lead the news and the sheriff says...
And he pulled off a shoplifting event where he used the switcheroo method. He took a cheap bottle of laundry detergent and emptied it out on the shelves in the store.
And I mean, that's the switcheroo method, and then emptying things. I mean, this is a lethal man.
Oh, he's...
you need to... I mean, you guys got to call your family.
Yeah.
I can't tell you anything else.
No, look, I need you all out there. All right? Put your best detective cap on, and you get out there, and you find the man guilty of the switcheroo.
828-240-1059. What do you do with this kind of crime? The switcheroo here. I mean, how do you switcheroo?
I mean, what do we do with
What's a switcheroo? What do we do with them? Do we throw them to the chair?
What do? We spank them? Public spanking? Yeah.
Jeff, this is. I mean, shoplifting under 2,000. This might be life.
Listen,
he's South Carolina's most wanted criminal this week.
Listen, the guy is on the stinking news for switching out laundry detergent. This guy's screwed, man.
If you live in Weaverville, Woodfin, Anka, Black Mountain, Asheville, Fletcher, look, if you can hear this, we're trying our best to help them, and hey, it's gotten better, right? A little? Well, there's some music coming too. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. It is up on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook, right here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. 826. Let's say you go to one of the beautiful local restaurants downtown, and it says no shorts, no crop tops, no leggings, no T-straps, no short skirts, no skimpy clothes of any kind at our discretion, no cleavage showing, no white T-shirts, or we will turn you away. Thanks.
Yeah,
what would you do?
Yeah, it's a restaurant here in North Carolina that's completely going viral. Kim's Cafe, and that's
K-I-M, and by the way, you're not even spelling cafe right, K-A-F-E.
Well, you get it. It's Kim with a K, and then you go cafe.
No.
But yeah, it's a soul food restaurant, and they have this crazy dress code that you can't walk in with a crop top or shorts and eat any of their soul food. You basically have to be dressed up to come in there. I mean, would you even patronize a place like this, or should this even be allowed? I guess you can. It's their restaurant. They can do what they want.
They can, and again, I have a little bit of audio I'll play for you, but it's going crazy on the Facebook. But the dress code is simple: no shorts, crop tops, leggings, T-straps, short skirts, skimpy clothes, cleavage showing, white T-shirts, and that also goes for men. Thank you. So you have to be what, in your Sunday best?
Yeah, I get it. Seems to be.
Look, 828-240-1059. We have VIP tickets to Oktoberfest. I'd love to know what you would do in this situation, because I got to be honest with you. I don't find this to be the worst idea. I know that it seems a bit harsh, but there is some reasoning behind it.
Well, let me tell you, the food better be damn good for me to have to dress up and come in and get it. If it ain't good...
Like, you need, khakis and a button-down to go eat.
I know. Yeah, the no-stain khakis. Yep, the good stuff.
828-240-1059. Would you go?
Yeah.
It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, 8 to 31. And I believe Amanda, she says you were sitting with her old man?
Yeah, say it, Amanda. You were, sitting with the old man? And what did he bring up to you, Amanda?
Well, he reached over and said, Oktoberfest. There's an Oktoberfest of some sort.
Okay, there is an Oktoberfest. It's by the Asheville Downtown Association, excuse me. Yeah. And we're giving away tickets, but it's for participating in this conversation that we're having.
Oh, I love conversation.
Okay.
I'll be on my best behavior.
All right, Amanda.
Good, Amanda. All right, well, let me tell you something. There's a cafe, okay, and it says no shorts, no crop tops, no leggings, no T-straps, no short skirts, no skimpy clothes, no cleavage showing, no white T-shirts, and you have to be dressed in your, quote, Sunday best.
Would you go eat there after reading all those rules and regulations for what you have to wear?
I'm going to stop you right now. I was born barefoot and pregnant, if you know what I mean. I'm a country girl. Right now, no, I'll wear a dress, but I'm gonna wear what I like. I'm gonna be appropriate, but no, if I have to go through all that, no.
Amanda,
no.
It's a soul food restaurant. Would you?
Well, I know. I'll go eat my own fish. No, I don't care.
You don't care. You don't care.
That's a lot of. I feel like that is okay. People, okay, we're all different in the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And why should we? I mean, a lot of us beat our own drums. I mean, you got all these regulations. Let's go in the restaurant. No, I'll send you a card in the mail saying thank you, but no thank you.
Thanks, but no thanks. Do me a favor. Hang on. You are definitely in the running for those tickets here. Let's go. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
All right.
Okay. You got. Listen. Let me tell you something. It's called patience, people. But
people are busy.
They are busy. But this is
for you.
This
Who
is
are you.
Well, listen. You call a show. All right. Now this is what this is where this all came from.
Who Wants to Know is answering your questions about these signs that you're about to see on this door of a Greensboro restaurant. It's everything from no skimpy clothes to no crop tops. Do not enter if you have shorts on. No leggings. Of course, this is on social media as well. The business itself posted the dress code on its Facebook page. There are more than 4,000 comments. There are more than 700 shares. So a lot of people are talking about this and asking, can a business tell you what you can or can't wear?
And the answer to that is absolutely. A business owner can refuse service or refuse to allow patrons into their business for any reason at all that they define, as long as it's not discriminatory.
So they're saying it's not discriminatory because nobody can come in if they're dressed like that. However, some people are saying, well, it's mostly about skimpy women's clothing.
Yeah.
However, they have said they've turned away men in short shorts as well. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
Hey.
You.
How you doing?
Good. Who's this? What's your name, buddy?
This is Mike.
All right, Mike.
What do you think, bud?
Well, there's just too many different things that I like wearing walking shorts and flip-flops most of the time, so I probably would never even go close to that. But if you were maybe someone's 2-year-old kid, they might be able to put them through all that.
So you're saying you like biker shorts and flip-flops, you wear them all the time, but if it was a 2-year-old kid, you might put them through it?
No, not mine. For someone else's kid, they might be able to drag you through all that with all them rules.
Yeah.
Stiff.
Yeah, and Mike, look, it's a soul food restaurant, so when you throw on your biker shorts and you roll on in to mouth some fried fish, and they tell you no, you'd be pretty pissed, though, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you'd be a hot...
If I was making a cruise out on the 10-mile, 20-mile bike ride, and you want to stop and have lunch, you know.
Yeah, well, you're on a cruise, and you want to stop and have lunch, and then they're like, oh, beep, beep, nope.
No collard greens for Mike.
No
that's hard to say.
Yeah. Then you'd think they'd have some type of to-go window or something, or
especially on a boat.
Anymore.
Yeah, especially on a boat.
That's it.
Mike.
That's it, Mike.
Mike.
Hang on to your shorts 1 second, all right, buddy? Hang on there.
That was some quality insight.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you much, Mike.
Get it So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now, 240-1059. Coming up on 1059 The Mountain.
It is 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, right here, 846. And listen, there are many ways if you're looking for a lad, if you're a lass, especially if you like firefighters.
Beefy firefighters.
Beefy, they're brave. They make calendars. They're, brave.
I wonder if the Asheville Fire Department has made a calendar. You think they have?
I don't know, but you know what? I wonder if you're an Asheville firefighter, you know one, and you know if they made calendars, let us know.
Yeah. You want to hang it in the studio?
I'd love to know.
Okay,
you brought it up. It's an interesting question.
Right.
However, this poor woman, she just loved meeting firefighters so much that she decided that the best way to do so would be to be an arsonist. So what she did was she set fires to watch firefighters and flirt with them as they put out deadly fires that encompassed many homes and lots of, wooded areas.
Well, here's the problem, and if you know anything about an arsonist and people that investigate, arson fires, is that what they always tell you as you're a fire investigator is to look at the crowd. Because the people that come to watch the fire, people that are like pirates, they like to see their work. So you look out there, but you would think unsuspecting that it probably would not be her. But if she's the only one there, at some point,
Well, if she's at every fire, you start to, and that's what they said. They said that this woman set fires because she wanted to flirt with the firefighters. They didn't think anything was out of the ordinary, except that she happened to be at every single fire that was set in a mini skirt with a tube top on.
Wow. Ready for a fire hose, huh? Ready prepped and ready for a fire hose.
Come on, Weaverville. It's time to rock out with the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Nobody? Candler? Black Mountain? Anka? Woodfin?
Bueller?
Anyone? Well, they're new, so here's to rocking out on 1059 The Mountain.
It's 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and we are here to inform, and we are in the midst of a political season.
Sure.
I believe we went to the Donald Trump rally. We did some videos there. If Kamala comes, we will go to that, just like the People Watch. And, boy, this is a People Watch. He actually... It's on the video. I looked.
Mark Robinson?
Yeah. So do you remember when we were standing downstairs right by the stage before he came in, and there was that huge man that walked in and everyone started...
Right.
Yeah, that was Mark Robinson, the lieutenant governor.
Yeah, I was standing in the handicap section.
He was eyeing the Jazzy.
They booted me, and some lady, I touched her Jazzy, and she almost lost it.
Yeah, she wanted to fight.
I had my eyes on that Jazzy. Don't touch it. If you get anything on it, I'm getting out of this seat. I'm like, I'm not touching your Jazzy.
So Mark Robinson walks right past them. People are cheering. They're on their feet. They're really excited. He's hyping up the crowd. Beautiful suit. Big man. Very big man.
He's juicy.
He's a juicy man. So anyway, comes out today that he owes somebody some money. And I'm going to let you hear who it is. And then, he wrote a song. This person named Money wrote a song about him. We'll let you hear that afterwards. But here's what they're saying about him.
Candidate for governor Mark Robinson is under scrutiny today. A Greensboro man claims that 20 years ago, he sold explicit videos to Robinson from an adult store in the Guilford County area.
A man named Louis Money says he worked at a couple of adult film stores in the 1990s and early 2000s, and that Mark Robinson was a regular customer. Money, the Greensboro man, says he worked at a couple of places that sold such material: Gents Video and News and I-40 Video and News.
Here's where it gets real interesting. I-40 Video and News.
Okay.
Right. Now, why did Money and Mark Robinson get along so well, you ask?
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And, we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
Okay.
So Mark Robinson,
the lieutenant governor of the state of North Carolina, who is running for governor, By the way, the campaign completely denies these allegations
What the hell
in
else
every
you
way.
want them to do?
Well, I'm just saying. But listen, 20 years ago is a long time. You got to survive. 20 years ago, he wasn't the lieutenant governor. I don't know what to believe, but what I do say is, why this little ditty?
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And, we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
So what they would do is they would watch movies and eat pizza.
Right. So they would come in, preview the movies. I don't know what you're previewing.
It's generally a lot of previewing.
Well, there is a big variety. Look, we talk about this all the time. I worked at an adult video store, so I do understand. I know the kind of people that came in. I understand.
But did you ever have high-powered, wealthy individuals come in?
Yeah, one big famous attorney, one of those guys that you'd see on TV, the billboards, those types of guys. People would come in all the time. We'd always get the old, this is a gag gift for a friend's, bachelor party or something. Sure, it is.
The explanation.
Yeah. So we'd get that very often. Actually, that was the main one that we would get. But we did not have a preview section. This was, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. So we didn't have a preview section. So that's new. So what do? You sit down, and nobody brought in a piping hot pizza pie.
I was going to say, you bring a piping hot pepperoni. Porn and papadillas. I got to tell you, it sounds not bad.
Yeah, that's it. A porn papadilla. Porn papadilla. You coming?
Guy's upset.
Where is your hand? Are you guys just sitting there?
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Mark Rob, I don't want to think about... Look.
Listen,
if Mark Robinson comes to town again...
I will vote for him if this is true.
I
gotta tell you, if he comes down, I will be his campaign... I will quit, and I will be his campaign manager, and our new slogan will be porn and papadillas.
Yeah. Mark Robinson, I want you to call and tell us...
828-240-1059.
In the 90s, I watched porn with a dude while eating piping hot pizza. Just say it.
He released a song.
Say it. Yeah.
You're going to hear that next.
Yeah, the guy's song. The Worker released it. Wait till you hear this.
105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And yesterday evening, dagnabbit, wish it was just yesterday, but yesterday evening, gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson, who's currently the lieutenant governor, was, I guess, accused of by a former friend, and he said that the proof that they would hang out together and do this.
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies, and we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
So he would preview, adult movies, and they would eat pizza.
Yeah, he frequented it in the 90s, it seems, a bunch of adult stores.
I-40, what was it? News and videos?
News and video.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Man, that sounds like a high-end joint, huh? So he would go in and I guess hang with this guy. And what you're going to hear here is a song this guy made because what Mark Robinson used to do is have this guy bootleg adult movies for him, and then Mark would supposedly
they would throw him some Fozzies, allegedly, because they're denying this, the campaign.
Now, this kid, 20 years later, however long it is, remembers this because Mark Robinson owes him $25 for a bootleg movie. This had to be a high dollar one,
I mean, you worked in the 90s in an adult store. How much is? Yeah. I mean, we're talking high dollar stuff here. Yeah. I mean, that's a high dollar video back then.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so he wants his $25, but okay, he's making threats in his song. Okay, what he's saying is, I'll tell what kind of video it was. Not only that, in his song, why now? And what he's saying is, I have proof that we're friends because in 2022 in Greensboro they ran into each other in a Planet Fitness. So he said, why would he take a picture with me in a Planet Fitness if he didn't know who I was?
Planet Fitness, huh?
Yeah, listen, they got lunk alarms in there. All right, so watch out. Don't be a lunk. Mm-hmm. Now, here is the song, okay? I want you to listen carefully.
Hey, Lieutenant Governor, I'm so proud of you.
Nice.
You're the first black man to hold that title. You might not remember that I sure as heck do. Back in the days before the online view. Hey, Mr. Robinson,
So before we go any further, hey, Mr. Robinson, mail me a check.
Right,
sort of
for
in
bootlegging adult movies.
For bootlegging adult. Now, again, this isn't like $5,000. This is $25. I'm about to send the guy $25.
No. I want Mark to do it.
You want Mark to do it? He wants a check. All right, so anyway. So then he uses the threat that I haven't said anything about these videos, but guess what, brother? Now it's time. If you do not pay up, Mr. Robinson, that $25, and why is he 20? That's $1 a year.
It's the principle. It takes a while. It took a while back then, the bootleg stuff. Right. You had to do it in real time.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that he put any money in on this?
Way before the internet, and he would come in and preview movies. And, we developed a friendship. He would bring pizza.
He would bring pizza. Are you telling me that Mark Robinson asked him for money for the pizza?
No, probably not. No,
he didn't.
He didn't. He was bringing in the piping hot pizza pie.
Piping hot pizza pie by himself, paid for by Mark Robinson, for Mark Robinson and friend.
Maybe the kid should have just let it go. Maybe you're right.
You know what I mean? Piping hot pizza. Let the guy run for governor. Stop talking about $25 when he paid for those papadillas.
Yeah, I mean,
he paid papadillas.
I mean, this was back when Papa John's was rolling. Schnatter was running the joint.
Schnatter was running. It was at its peak.
Piping hot and delicious.
And melty, too.
Well, that was something. At this point, something is the bar we're shooting for, so we've reached it. What do you expect? You get what you get. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, The Rizzo and Jeff Show. And listen, quite an accomplishment to make it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's a big deal. Granted, it took 20-some years, and people like Missy Elliott got in first, but nonetheless, he made it in. Lou Gramm, the lead singer of Foreigner, along with Mick Jones, once upon a time were friends. They got together, formed a band. They had some hits in the 80s. And that brings me to today's Razzle Dazzle, because now Lou is taking that newfound fame, and he wants you to go on a Lou cruise.
A Lou cruise. I'm sure he's a blast.
From Tinseltown to the 828 and beyond, it's time to Razzle Dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. All the things that are not fit to print, talk about, mention, discuss, or frankly that important but somehow find their way here. We're sorry, and yes, Jeff can't stand it either. Time for Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle on 105.9 The Mountain. Sorry.
You'd really razzle dazzle on a cruise with Lou Gramm, I bet, huh?
Oh, well, you have no idea, because, ladies and gentlemen, the Lou cruise is afoot. Now, you say, what's the Lou cruise?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what it is. It is a 4-day, 3-night cruise with Lou Gramm.
What are you, on a pontoon?
On the Norwegian something.
Right.
And
where is it going? Where is it going? Where are you taking me?
Everyone's
Norwegian.
Here's the thing. Everyone is bringing a motorcycle. Okay.
Why?
Well, because you bring your motorcycle.
For what?
For the Lou cruise.
Why are you bringing your motorcycle?
Because he's singing.
So you're going to what?
Sit on your motorcycle while he sings.
So do you
rev your engine?
Does it make stops and then you?
No, it's a Lou cruise. So it's just 4 days of Lou.
What medication do they have this guy on? I know he's been at odds with Foreigner for years, but man, what's happening here?
Well, he's got a farewell tour. It's Lou's farewell tour. So
Still?
let me give you a little taste of the Lou cruise. Tell me if you're in on it, okay?
Jesus, Lou.
Hi, I'm Lou Gramm, and I'm thrilled to share my involvement in the upcoming High Seas Rally this October. Join me on board for the world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. Experience unforgettable performances as I conclude my farewell tour, and don't forget to use the promo code Lou Gramm for $250 onboard credit.
Okay, what the hell's happening here? So why is he having a
Hold on.
Hi, I'm Lou Gramm.
I'm Lou Gramm.
I'm thrilled to share my involvement in the upcoming High Seas Rally this October. Join me on board for the world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship.
Okay, so join me on board for the world's only motorcycle rally aboard a cruise ship. Okay, hold on.
Experience unforgettable performances.
Performances by him.
By him. He's going to
give
there.
unforgettable performances.
Give me a little cold as ice. All
As
right.
I conclude my farewell tour. And don't forget to use the promo code BlueGraham for $250 onboard credit.
So you get $250 onboard credit, a.k.a. to play games and such, when you use promo code Lou Graham.
Okay, so
Lou Graham's packing the ship. This ship holds 5,800.
5,800? Well, so
5,800 motorcycle owners are going to pile on for Lou Graham's farewell motorcycle.
So not everybody can, hold on. I'm looking at it now. Cabin prices. Wow, this is all sold out. This is unbelievably sold out.
Okay,
it's not. By the way, it's not awful, dude.
It's because it's an onboard motorcycle thing. So that it has nothing to do with Lou. That's the problem.
1,200 for two people.
Only motorcycle rally on a
It's a motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. It has nothing to do with Lou.
$1,200 per person. If you're two people. If you bring four people, you're $800. $1,200 a pop. It's not bad.
For like Lou Graham?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Hang with Lou?
Yeah.
What do you do? Feed him applesauce? Prop him up on stage? Feels like the first time?
Yeah. I mean, that's not awful, I guess. That's what it is.
You in on the Lou cruise?
Yeah. I'm not sure he's up past 8, but it's going to be early morning.
Here's the thing: 4:45 concerts.
Yeah. That's it. Like,
on the button.
No, 4:50, like the old TBS times back in the day, right?
No sleep till The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other's life fell to pieces and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, The Rizzo and Jeff Show. And what didn't make the show is upon us.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Some important things that you may have missed before what didn't make the show. There is a 1,000-pound sister who's arrested for taking a chunk out of a camel.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Tammy.
And we're the Slade sisters.
You're supposed to do it with me.
Shut up. Between the two of us, me and Tammy probably weigh at least 1,000 pounds.
Ow.
So we decided that we're going to have weight loss surgery.
Mom, we're doing the bariatric surgery.
I don't think you'll make it. I think you'll chicken out.
So she took a chunk out of a camel, and guess what? She's in prison.
Guess what? She had meth. Guess what? The camel was alive. Guess what? She was at a safari. Guess what? They only caught her taking a bite out of the camel. Guess what? I feel bad for the ostrich that they missed out on, okay? The poor ostrich and all the other animals in the safari that they didn't catch her chomping down on, okay?
Okay. I thought it was important to tell you.
But just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right. Look, you got a doctor? You got small ears? And they tell you you're going to die? Get a new one.
So I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and she was checking everything out, and she was like, oh, your ears are really small. You don't have a long life expectancy. And I was like, I beg your pardon? She was like, yeah, you don't look like you have a long life expectancy. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? And she was like, no, don't worry, you can always make your ears grow. And I was like, well, how do I make my ears grow? And she was like, well, I'll explain to you in a second. We never did cover that.
How about this? Get a new friggin' doctor, okay? Your ears, we talked about lobing earlier in the 6 o'clock hour today. If you got lobes, okay, doesn't mean you're going to die.
No, you got tiny ears, and generally you don't see most people with tiny ears. I mean, if you have, like, nickels for ears, then, you know,
right.
You got other issues, okay?
Yeah,
Something's going on there.
You're 80.
Yeah,
You're Lou Graham.
You are Lou.
All right.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
So here we go.
Y'all really thought I was done? I'm just getting started, baby. It's one move in bed that makes a girl go crazy. I'm Haley Welch. A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Well, now it's my time to talk. And Pookie.
Who is Pookie? Who is Pookie?
He may stop by too. Check out my podcast every week, Talk to Her, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests and having actual conversations with them. New episodes every week. Subscribe to that thing.
Okay, well, she's not only not going anywhere, she's getting backed by one of the Paul brothers. Got to tell you something.
Yeah. Yeah.
She ain't going anywhere, and boy, what a bum steer that is.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Hawk Tuah girls. This, by the way, this is Jake Paul, the boxer, who's gonna fight Mike Tyson. This is Jake Paul's company. Her first guest is gonna be pretty big comedian, Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be on there with her. So that's quality get out of the gate with her.
Just to let you know, we were asked to be on this podcast. We had to decline. We have other commitments. I think we're going on Oprah. But you know, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to go back 25 years and go on Oprah. A time machine?
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere, we just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.